It begins with small but powerful decisions. Set boundaries without guilt is the first step. Boundaries are bridges and not walls. They connect us to others in healthier ways. Welcome to Soul Time, a show that explores the world of unlocking your unique potential. My name is Dr. Katja Makowka and I'm a teacher at school, a former teacher at universities, and a stress and mental coach. And I'm your host. From a young age, we are taught to be kind, to be helpful and selfless. And while those values are important, they can also create an invisible pressure to put others first at all costs. Think about students who say yes to every additional assignment or study groups because they are afraid of failing an exam or not matching their own or someone else's expectations or disappointing others. Or imagine parents who feel guilty for wanting even a few moments of quiet. Or professionals who answer emails late into the night because they fear being seen as lazy. We wear busyness like a badge of honor, believing that exhaustion equals dedication, but constantly pouring from an empty cup only leads to burnout, to resentment and disconnection from ourselves and the people we care about. The truth is, you can't show up fully for anyone if you are running on empty. Prioritizing yourself is what allows you to be more present, more compassionate, and more connected. So let's reframe this idea of self-love. Choosing yourself is an act of strength. It means setting boundaries, saying no when necessary, and making decisions that align with your values, not other people's expectations. And think of it like training for a marathon. You wouldn't run 26 miles without months of preparation or proper rest and nourishment. And life is the same. If you don't take time to rest and care for yourself, you can't go the distance. For a student, that might look like turning down an extra project to focus on mental health. For a parent, it could be asking for help instead of trying to do everything alone. And for a professional, it might be leaving work at a reasonable hour to reconnect with loved ones. And these choices aren't selfish. They are necessary and they are powerful and they are what allow you to show up as your best self in every role you play. And here's where it gets even more powerful. When you choose yourself, you give others permission to do the same. Imagine a parent who models self-care for their children, teaching them that rest and boundaries are important and necessary. They show them that success in life, in every area of life, is a long-term game based on self-care and self-love. Or a leader who respects their own limits, inspiring their team to work smarter, not harder. Or a friend who says, I need to recharge today, showing that it's okay to prioritize mental health. And by honoring your needs, You inspire a culture of empowerment and mutual respect. Relationships deepen because they are built on honesty and not obligation. And workplaces thrive because people feel balanced, not burn out. Choosing yourself doesn't push others away. It brings them closer. So, how do we start choosing ourselves in a way that feels strong and not selfish? It begins with small but powerful decisions. Set boundaries without guilt is the first step. Boundaries are bridges and not walls. They connect us to others in healthier ways. Saying, I can't take this on right now, doesn't make you unhelpful. It makes you honest. The next hack is listen to your body and mind. If you are exhausted, rest. If something feels off, pay attention. Your energy is a resource, not something to burn through. And the next hack is honor your own voice. Stop silencing yourself to make others feel comfortable. Speak up. Share your thoughts. Ask for what you need, what you want, and what you desire. These are the ways you reclaim your energy and build resilience. Choosing yourself isn't a one-time decision. That's really important. It's a practice, a muscle we train on a daily basis, a muscle that strengthens over time, like in the gym. When you consistently prioritize your well-being, you build emotional resilience. You become more adaptable and more grounded and more capable of handling life's challenges. And you are also happier. And not in a fleeting, feel good way, but in a deep and lasting way that comes from living in alignment with your values. And that strength ripples into every part of your life, your relationships, your work, your health, your overall happiness and fulfillment. If you are ready to start choosing yourself, here are 3 questions for you to reflect on. The first question is, where in your life have you been saying yes when you really wanted to say no? And then ask yourself, what's stopping you from honoring that truth? The next question to reflect on is, think of a time when you prioritized yourself. How did it feel? And how did it impact your relationships and your energy? And the third question to reflect on is, what is one small boundary you can set this week to protect your energy and your well-being? And now, let these questions guide you in taking small steps toward reclaiming your personal power. And I want you to remember this. Choosing yourself is not selfish. It's a strength. It's a superpower. It takes courage to step back and ask, what do I need? It takes strength to set boundaries, to say no, to honor your energy. But when you do, you don't just change your life. You change how you show up for the people and things that matter most. So, in this week, I challenge you to choose yourself in one small but meaningful way. Maybe it's setting a boundary or taking some time to rest or simply acknowledging that your needs matter. Choosing yourself is the foundation for real kindness to yourself and to the world around you. You deserve to take up space. You deserve to prioritize yourself and your happiness, and to live on your own terms, because you are worth it. And until next time, be kind to yourself. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen to Soul Time. I'm very grateful because you have given me the greatest treasure of your life, your time. If you enjoyed this episode, click the subscribe button so that you get a notification every time a new episode is out.